I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
I'm Ryan Newman, and since I started with Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives, I found out that some people think that they can't be an organ donor. The truth is, anyone can sign up to be an organ donor.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyone can sign up to be an organ donor. So don't count yourself out because somebody's counting on you. Go to driventosavelives.org and sign up today.
But my heart's going to you, Ryan.
Love that shirt.
Have you joined the fastest growing fantasy motorsports app yet? On Grid Rival, you can join leagues with your friends and manage your own fantasy team on what race fans are calling, hands down, the best fantasy motorsport app out there. F1 and MotoGP leagues are now live for the 2021 season. Joining a league on Grid Rival will make every race more exciting, more engaging, and of course, more competitive. Download Grid Rival now on your iPhone or Android smartphone. Grid Rival is an unofficial application and not associated with Formula One, MotoGP, or any of their athletes.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that McConey Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at McConey Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, McConey Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to McConeySetupShop.com and learn why McConey Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Nashville Super Speedway. The Silver Crowns hanging out here 1 week ago at the Nashville Fairgrounds. They're going to come back and do it again here at the Nashville Super Speedway, located in Lebanon, Tennessee, just about 40 miles or so outside of the capital city of Tennessee. Looking forward to a fantastic race tonight. A lot of storylines already developing early in this one. Qualifications are out underway on the racetrack. Take a look, show you who's who here is Brandon Buckberger working lap number 1. First, let's tell you about the weather conditions tonight presented by our friends at the Weather Center. Offensively accurate weather for Eastern Pennsylvania. 87-degree ambient temperature, 51% humidity. Wind's going to be out of the north at 13 miles an hour under partly cloudy skies. 88-degree track temperature. Should be a fantastic night for racing, and that is one of the big changes here from the race 1 season ago as Brandon Buckberger goes to the top of the charts at a 29.027 on lap number 1. Quick time last season, 29.310 seconds. This field has found a full quarter of a second since this race 1 season ago. Lap number 2 going to be just a tick slower, 29.18 for Brandon Buckberger. How about James Watson coming across the line in the 5th position? Show you the best laps here for everybody, give you an idea of who's going to be where. New quick time, top of the board, Jeffrey Stanton, 29.02. How about identical quick times for Jeffrey Stanton and Kenneth Gorell, 29.019 seconds. The guy that everybody may be chasing here tonight, though, is River Hayes. Lap number 1. New quick time, 28.818 seconds. My goodness, full quarter of a second for River Hayes. No surprise that River going to be towards the top of the speed charts here. The rest of this field is incredibly tight, though. Lap number 2 just finishing up for River Hayes. It will be a little bit slower, 29.06. The difference is that 29.06 lap would have put him 6th on the grid. Here's Thomas Lewandowski making his way down the back straightaway on lap number 2. Lewandowski going to jump up to second quick, 28.991 seconds. Final car that we will likely see take time here is Josh Batista. Going to be 10th quick after lap number 1 at a 29.168, hard up into the outside retaining wall. That'll invalidate lap number 2. We've got 1 minute and 15 seconds left here in qualifications. I want to thank everybody who's tuned in here on YouTube and Twitch. Give us a shout out in the comments. We do have subscriptions and memberships available on both YouTube and Twitch now. And we greatly thank everybody who has supported us on those platforms. Heading into tonight's racing action, point battle starting to separate itself out just a little bit. Brandon Buckberger is your points leader at a 776 total. 4 starts, 2 wins, 4 top 5 finishes for Buckberger. Jeffrey Stanton going to be 62 points in arrears. 4 starts, no wins, 3 top 5 finishes. Only 1 incident on the season for Jeffrey Stanton. Hard to believe he hasn't led a lap yet this season, but he currently runs in the 2nd position. Wayne Hutchison, Pablo Donoso, Derek Love, your top 5. Tight battle there for 5th between Derek Love and James Watson. Only 1 point separating those 2 drivers. Ryan Steele, Thomas Lewandowski, River Hayes, Josh Batista is your top 10. With that, qualifications are finished. It is time to go racing. Let's show you the results from qualifying. 30 cars making up the entry list here tonight. 15 will be in this top split, and it will be River Hayes by 0.173 seconds over Thomas Lewandowski. Jeffrey Stanton, Kenneth Gorell, Brandon Buckberger, your top 5 finishers here in qualifications this evening. Get you the view from overhead here as we bring up tonight's starting grid. River Hayes and Thomas Lewandowski going to make up row number 1. As we mentioned, Jeffrey Stanton and Kenneth Gorell, identical lap times, will occupy row number 2. Brandon Buckberger and Wayne Hutchison on row number 3. Row 4, we'll see J.W. Miller and James Watson, both of those drivers running tonight under the Team Watson Racing banner. Derek Love, Josh Batista on row number 5. Row 6 will have Ryan Steele and Laura Gerhardt. Ryan Steele again continuing to have troubles in qualifications. Very, very surprising to see the season that Steele has had thus far. Westshire and Tommy Toe on row number 7. All alone on row number 8 will be Mike McConville. Just waiting for Brandon Buckberger to get out onto the starting grid. Let's see if we can't sneak a very quick word in here with Jeffrey Stanton, who's going to line up here on the inside of row number 2. Jeffrey, the qualification run was pretty good for you here tonight. What are you thinking as we get ready to go racing here?
Yeah, I'm hoping it don't get tight, but I think it's going to get tight. Should be an interesting race, though, with the hot track temp.
Yeah, track temps are up a little bit. Do you think we're going to see this locked all the way around the bottom now?
No, I don't think it'll be locked on the bottom. I think you'll be able to get some passes on the outside by pinning them down, that type of deal.
All right, bud. Well, hey, good luck tonight here. Thank you very much for checking in with us.
Thank you.
There you go. There's Jeffrey Stanton going to line up in position number 3. Field takes to the Speedway a little bit of a unique way here. The inside lane stays down on the pit access road. Outside lane jumps up directly onto the racetrack, avoids having to try to reset the cars in their aligned positions here. Being a 1 mile and over racetrack, no second pace lap. That means we will be going to green here in just a couple of corners. Sign on checking in the comments here. Stanton always makes things fun. Yes, he does. He's a good guy. I'd like to talk to him. But with that, we're getting ready to go racing here. This first lap's going to be all yours. Lap number 1 very, very quickly in the books here, and it is River Hayes taking the lead here in this 70-lap feature event. He's going to check out over Jeffrey Stanton, Thomas Lewandowski, and Brandon Buckberger. How about James Watson showing a little bit of muscle here? He's up 2 spots on that opening lap. 3 wide down into turn number 3. Has to grab a little bit of the brakes there as the 9, and Kenneth Garrell has a little bit of an issue. Seeing one car down onto the apron. Oh, big hit into the outside wall for the 4. That was Brandon Buckberger getting up into the outside retaining wall. Forced the 2 with Thomas Lewandowski hard on the binders. Now Wayne Hutchison going to be battling with Josh Batista off the 2 down the back straightaway. Derek Love, Brandon Buckberger going to run side by side as well. That is not the way Brandon Buckberger wanted to have this night's start. But that's one of the things the drivers were talking about. Off of turn number 4, there is almost no grip in this racetrack. Very, very difficult to keep the car under control. They're very worried about the right rear tire wear, especially as we get deep into this run. No pit stops will be on offer here for the cars running at the front of the field. Starting to see everybody get themselves single filed out. Going to try to settle in here just a little bit. Jeffrey Stanton 1.2 seconds in arrears of River Hayes. Or excuse me, he's 1.2 seconds ahead of Kenneth Garrell. Only about a quarter of a second back of the race leader. Side by side, Buckberger and Love going to continue that fight into turn number 3. Buckberger won this race in 2021 Season 3 over Nate Ranke. Ranke not in the field here this evening. Mike McConville came home with a podium spot in 3rd. He currently runs in 13th after not taking time in qualifications. Ooh, almost a little bit of contact there between Derek Love and J.W. Miller off at turn 2. Love gets it up against the outside safer barrier. That allows J.W. Miller to complete the pass and pick up position number 8. James Watson now going to have Wayne Hutchison breathing down his neck. Already 7 laps in here. Lap times still in the low 29-second range. We've got a battle for the race lead as well. Jeffrey Stanton having a peek inside of River Hayes. Had the spot briefly in the middle of turn 3. Hayes a little bit more momentum off the corner. Oh, man, they almost made contact there at the start-finish line. Stanton's going to be able to run that low line, but you wonder for how long before he starts to burn off the right side tires on these Silver Crown cars. 358 cubic inches of all-American V8 iron under the hoods of these things. Not as much power as what the 410 sprint cars make. The Silver Crowns, affectionately known as the Fat Bottom Girls of the USAC Championship Trail. More about momentum than it is about pure get up on the wheel and manhandle the car through the corners. Hayes holds on to the lead. Josh Batista having to deal with Brandon Buckberger and J.W. Miller. Thomas Lewandowski and Derek Love battling off in turn number 4. That fight going to get back in line once again, side by side for the race lead. Man, Stanton got it almost down to the apron there. You saw the car start to hook on the bottom. That allows River Hayes to come back with the momentum build up on the outside of the racetrack. Stanton's able to get there. He's just not quite able to get past is where the issue lies right now. Slide back, pick up Brandon Buckberger, Josh Batista. They'll run side by side into turn number 1. Buckberger able to complete the pass that time. J.W. Miller's right there. Oh, man. Riding the tail tank of Batista off the corner. Miller now going to have the peak inside into 3. Batista going to put up a fight here, but he may want to just fall in line because Thomas Lewandowski going to be right there. Batista slots in between the two. He'll hold on to the 8th position. This fight at the lead is making things interesting because it's bringing 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th right back into play. Kenneth Gurrell able to check out a little bit on James Watson, who runs in the 4th position. Wayne Hutchison runs 5th. There's that battle making its way off at turn number 4. Good fight there, but the battle for the lead's going to continue to rage on here. River Hayes down on the Jeffrey Stanton line through 1 and 2, but man, what a great drive off the corner by Stanton. You wonder how much of that is car setup. Who's built to run the outside, the middle and the outside lanes, and who's built the car to run the inside really well. These cars do have the weight jacker in them as well, so drivers will be able to adjust the handling of the race car throughout the course of the race. Working lap 14, a little bit of a bobble there for Stanton on corner exit, but man, great power down the straightaways. Here comes Kenneth Gurrell. He wants a piece of this lead battle. Silver Crown cars punch a massive hole in the air. Great battle for the lead. Fantastic battle for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th as well. Buckberger down to the inside of Hutchison. He's bringing J.W. Miller. Miller's got a great drive off the corners. We go back to looking at the front of the field. Gurrell just has absolutely nowhere to go. Got a great view of the battle for the lead just ahead of him, though. Let's go on board here with 3rd place running Kenneth Gurrell. You can really hear how gentle these drivers have to be with the throttle application here. J.W. Miller able to clear Brandon Buckberger, Wayne Hutchison, Thomas Lewandowski side by side. This battle continues to rage. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. 10th place, Ryan Steele. Going to be right there as well. Batista trying to get inside of Hutchison. They may go 3 wide down the back straightaway. Batista thinks better of it. Slides back in line, but you're going to get that give and take early. Where you won't get it is later in the race. Oh, Jeffrey Stanton may have had an issue. Take a look here. Get you a Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay on this one. As it looks like Jeffrey Stanton may have gotten the outside wall. Yes, he did. That's going to open up the door for Kenneth Garrell, and it's going to put James Watson up to 3rd, J.W. Miller to 4th. Stanton slots back in line in the 5th position. Seeing Jessica Garrell checking in here on YouTube. Little love there for Kenneth. J.W. Miller having a peek to the inside of James Watson. That's a couple of team cars battling. Watson slides up the racetrack. He's going to lose 2 spots as Miller and Stanton both come past. Opens the door for Brandon Buckberger. Watson going from 3rd to 6th in just a couple of corners. Lewandowski able to clear Watson as well as we work lap number 21. Things definitely settling down here at the front. River Hayes holding on to a 7/10 of a second gap over Kenneth Garrell. This fight with Stanton, Lewandowski, Miller, Watson, Buckberger, and Steele. Hell, we'll include Hutchison and Batista in this one as well. How about Ryan Steele having a peek to the inside? Thought about going 3 wide off of turn number 2. Tight quarters racing off of turn number 4. Watson way up against the safer barrier on the exit of the corner. Steele able to clear around Watson. Oh, man, almost a little bit of contact. Watson got loose. Batista has to grab the binders. That's going to let Wayne Hutchison peek to the inside. Hutchison wants a look inside. Not going to be able to make the pass there. Slide a little bit further forward here. Lewandowski, Stanton, and Miller all nose to tail now for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Stanton slides up the racetrack, open the door for J.W. Miller down to the inside. A lot of points implications going on in this race. River Hayes can put himself up in contention for the championship discussion here if he's able to pick up another win. Oh, man, huge egg slapper for Jeffrey Stanton. What a save there. Oh, buddy, hold on to it. How about it? 3 wide down into turn number 1. Stanton wisely backing out of that fight as Ryan Steele, Brandon Buckberger going to duel side by side. There's only so many laps that these guys can run that loose on corner exit before they wad up a large number of race cars. Ten laps to the halfway point in this one. We're knocking on wood saying this, but it's been clean and green since the drop of the green flag, and the racing has been fantastic. Oh, there's the contact. What a save by Ryan Steele. He was sideways into 1. Buckberger going to get a look to the inside. My goodness, the Silver Crowns are putting on a show once again. Tight pack of cars now has Mike McConville working his way back up. This racing has been a ton of fun to watch. Watson throws the big old bizzle down the back straightaway on Mike McConville. McConville and Hutchison get a battle side by side. This was one of the better finishes last season for Wayne Hutchison, coming home with a top 5. So far, not able to improve on that tonight, running back in the 11th position. Oh man, Stanton does it again. Huge moment off of turn 2. No change in the battle at the front of the field. River Hayes still holding on to an 0.8 of a second lead over Kenneth Gurrell. Somebody got up big time into the outside wall. That was Jeffrey Stanton. One too many trips to the well there. Going to put Jeffrey Stanton back to 14th. Get you a look here at the front. Good battle for second starting to shape up. Thomas Lewandowski able to get around Kenneth Gurrell. We'll show you that one on the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. Lewandowski just going full send down into turn number 1. Checking the comments, DeWeather Center just here to scout the talent pool. Hashtag DeWeather Motorsports. Yeah, this is one that you guys are going to want to be involved in here, Peter, that's for sure. Second, third, and fourth, all nose to tail. Josh Batista and James Watson going to be side by side. Looks like Derek Love got up into the outside retaining wall. He clipped the safer barrier on the exit of the corner. Big time damage on the right front of that number 7 machine. This race could turn into a battle of survival at this point. I would imagine some of these leaders would be okay with a caution flag about now. Little chance to cool off the tires, maybe reset things a little bit. Looks like Kenneth Gurrell may have gotten the outside wall on the exit of turn number 4. If he did, it was very light contact. But J.W. Miller going to be down to the inside. He will easily clear Gurrell to pick up position number 3. Brandon Buckberger, Mike McConville nose to tail into that third corner. 3 distinct groups opening up here. Hayes, Lewandowski, Miller at the front of the field. Kenneth Gurrell a little ways back now. Approaching the halfway point of the race, let's pick up your race leader. Haven't done one since the start of this race. Let's give you fans at home a chance to crank it up. Taking a beat back towards the front of the field. River Hayes going to be your race leader. over Thomas Lewandowski and Kenneth Gurrell. J.W. Miller right there behind Gurrell in the battle for the 3rd position. 5th place belongs to Ryan Steele. Mike McConville runs 6th. Brandon Buckberger 7th. Josh Batista coming around. James Watson for 8th. Jeffrey Stanton now battling, looking to the outside of Watson into turn number 1. 22 minutes into this one, and we are past the halfway point. Laura Gerhardt, Wayne Hutchison, Derek Love, and Wes Shire all going to be there in this fight. Watson really pushes back to the inside. Stanton almost got the safer barrier on exit. Man, this is tight racing here in the Silver Crowns. Looks like James Watson may have gotten the outside wall at some point. Not sure if there's any damage there. J.W. Miller coming around Kenneth Gurrell. He's going to pick up the 3rd position. How about Mike McConville? Around Ryan Steele. McConville up to the 5th position. 10 positions gained thus far for Mike McConville. Miller and Gurrell going to continue this fight off into turn number 1. To Weather Center saying, Laura? Go Laura! Yes. Laura Gerhardt out of the Germany-Austria region in Central Europe, running in the strength of field race tonight. Here's James Watson, Jeffrey Stanton side by side. Huge moment for James Watson on corner exit. That allowed Wayne Hutchison to come past. Now he's going to have Wes Shire at the Homestead Coffee Roasters, number 14. Laura Gerhardt and Derek Love right on the tail tank as they head down the back straightaway. But Watson has gone from running 3rd to running 11th here. That car not handling the way Watson would like to see it here, especially as we get deep in this race. Things starting to close up at the front. The lead was over a second for River Hayes. Now down to 0.4 of a second. Back to Thomas Lewandowski, who runs in the 2nd position. Hayes in the McConey Setup Shop, number 81. There's the battle for 3rd. Oh, man, looks like the 9 may have gotten up into the outside wall. Kenneth Gurrell is going to see Mike McConville come past down to the inside. Also, Ryan Steele getting to the inside of Gurrell. He's going to start to fall backwards. J.W. Miller has some damage on the right front of that machine as well. He has not been without incident. So now 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th all going to be nose to tail as we work lap number 45. The fight for the lead picking back up once again. It was Jeffrey Stanton just a little bit ago. Now River Hayes going to have to contend with Thomas Lewandowski. Lewandowski full send into turn number 1. Working up off the racetrack, off the bottom of the racetrack. Tries to force Hayes up towards the outside wall. They'll continue the side-by-side fight into turn 3. J.W. Miller, Mike McConville battling. You see the names flipping back and forth on the timing and scoring stand. McConville and Steele both able to get around Miller. We're going to watch this battle for the race lead, though. It's a good one. I have no idea what the comments in German translate to, and I don't trust the DeWeather guys and what they might be. So that comment is not going to show up on the air. At least not without Super Chat money behind it. Ah, okay. We have a translation, so we can give it to you. I'm not even going to try it because my German is, well, non-existent. However, the translation, race for DeWeather, Laura. At DeWeather, we love the German ladies a little bit more. We love all the ladies a little bit more at DeWeather. Lewandowski able to clear Hayes. Hayes going to have the big move down to the inside of turn 3. First time he's racing from behind this evening. You wonder if that 81 machine is going to be set up to handle the dirty air. Side by side, Lewandowski had it at the line. Hayes is going to have it into 1. This is by far the tightest battle on the racetrack right now. Hayes able to clear Lewandowski down the back straightaway. So River Hayes holding on to the race lead as we are down to 19 laps remaining. Show you the battles back through the field. Mike McConville leading Ryan Steele, Kenneth Gurrell, Brandon Buckberger, and J.W. Miller. Get a little bit further back here. We'll pick up Jeffrey Stanton, Wayne Hutchison, Josh Batista, and James Watson. Laura Gerhardt battling with Wes Shire. Gerhardt able to complete the pass into turn number 3. Back to the front because they're side by side once again. A clash of titans at the front of the field. Thomas Lewandowski, River Hayes. If you look at timing and scoring, they're carrying the numbers 1 and 2 for the highest I ratings in the field. Oh, man, Hayes may have gotten a piece of the outside wall. Show you the license details on this field. Just absolutely insane. Once again, the strength of field. In this iRacing Silver Crown top split races, Lewandowski able to clear Hayes off at turn number 2. Third and fourth battle has settled down, as has the battle for 4th and 5th. Got to go a little bit deeper here. Pick up Jeffrey Stanton, Wayne Hutchison to find the next tight battle behind your race leaders. And the race leaders are right back to doing what they've done this entire race. As we mentioned, first it was Jeffrey Stanton. He got caught out, made some contact with the outside wall. Now it's Thomas Lewandowski putting up the big fight. .31 and change into this one here at the Nashville Super Speedway. We've seen good racing throughout the field in this 70-lap race do have a green-white checker available if that is needed at the end of this one. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule, next week we head off to the Milwaukee Mile for a 80-lap showdown on that darn near board flat 1 mile oval. Dover International Speedway will follow the week on October 26th, 80 laps around the Monster Mile, and then a 100-lap trip to Hickory Motor Speedway. I cannot wait to see the Silver Crown cars around Hickory. That is going to be a ton of fun to watch. One of the most legendary short tracks in all of auto racing, promoted for many, many years by gentleman Ned Jarrett and the Jarrett family. Leaders back side by side. Hayes to the inside of Lewandowski. Actually a couple of good battles forming up here. Brandon Buckberger coming around Kenneth Gurrell. That is the battle for the 5th position. That one is still side by side. Gurrell and Buckberger going to battle. We're going to stay right here with the race leaders, though. This is the fight for the win. Mike McConville holding off Ryan Steele, but that fight is down to a quarter second as well. Hayes having that peak down to the inside. Little drag race down the back straightaway. 10 to go here at Nashville Super Speedway. Once again, a fantastic race put on by the Silver Crown cars. We had one of the best finishes ever in the Silver Crowns 1 week ago. Are we going to do it again tonight? Hayes clears Lewandowski to the inside. Lewandowski fighting right back into 3. Oh, man, Lewandowski slides up towards the outside wall. Hayes got down onto the apron. Ordinarily, the apron is a no-go zone. That is not considered part of the racing surface. Not enough that would draw a penalty from the automated iRacing stewards here. As Lewandowski's going to do it right back down to the inside. Big dive bomb down the front straightaway. Anything you can do, I can do better. And Lewandowski able to just about clear River Hayes. Man, Hayes, great drive off the corner, though. Going to fight right back. They'll be bumper to bumper down the back straightaway. Man, they're going to trade shots down the front stretch now. This may be a race to the bottom off of turn number 4 on the final lap. And it's allowing Mike McConville and Ryan Steele to catch back in. This could be a 4-car fight for the win before the end of this thing. Man, gotta watch the rejoin on that. Netcode will jump out and bite you in a very big way in these cars. The gap's now down to half a second as McConville and Steele doing exactly what they need to do. Hold it in line, use the draft, get the big run. Here comes the big push by Lewandowski off the corner. Hayes right back down to the apron once again down the front stretch, 4 to go. This is shaping up to be an absolutely epic finish to this Silver Crown race at the Nashville Super Speedway. Mike McConville is there. He's going to have a shot at the win. Leader's going to continue the side-by-side battle. Lap traffic should not come into play. Off of turn number 4, couple of popsicles at the start-finish line. 2 to go. McConville down to the inside of Lewandowski. It is a 4-car fight for the win now. Hayes holds on to the lead. McConville down to the inside of Lewandowski. Oh, man, almost making contact down the straightaway. They do make contact. Hard into the outside wall goes Lewandowski and McConville. Huge wreck down the front straightaway. Multiple cars going to be involved. White flag is out. This race will run to completion. Down the back straightaway, River Hayes now first. Ryan Steele second. Kenneth Gorell up to the 3rd position. Off of turn number 4, checkered flag in the air. River Hayes gets the win at Nashville. Ryan Steele comes home 2nd. 3rd place tonight belongs to Kenneth Gorell. Oh my goodness. We knew it was coming. It was just a matter of when. And we saw it at the white flag. Get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. McConville to the inside, contact with the 2. Both those cars go for a wild ride. Huge hit for the 4 of Brandon Buckberger. J.W. Miller got a piece of it. Jeffrey Stanton got a piece of Mike McConville. My goodness. We are going to have to see this one again from the onboard. That ride was absolutely insane for Mike McConville. Sticks the landing, but he's got no power to put down. Mike McConville, the Russian judge, even giving that landing a 10. Check in the we'll get the comments here real quickly. Sign on. This is one hell of a battle. Top 10 for Laura, says the Weather Center. And sign on, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was an FAA violation. Cannot fly a drone over 400 feet in the air. And I'm fairly certain that's what we saw tonight. Take a look here. I don't know that we're going to be able to get Kenneth Gorell for an interview here. Hopefully we can get River Hayes. We'll see if, here we go. Now we have our race winner here. So let's get the cameras all lined up and ready to go for our Victory Lane interviews, and we will start them off tonight here with your race winner, River Hayes. I tell you what here, bud, you had all hell break loose behind you, but more importantly, that race was not easy. You had fights from Jeffrey Stanton. Who else here? It seemed like you were constantly under attack here, especially Thomas as well through the later stages of that race.
Yeah, the draft is a beautiful thing here, Chris. So I got out to a pretty good lead after Stanton was on my bumper there, and he got a little bit tight out of the corner and caked the wall just a little bit. Slowed him down enough to like sort of separate me enough to where I could pull away there a little bit. And and I was just hoping that they wouldn't catch the draft back. But Thomas was fast. I mean, even without the draft, and then once he got my draft, he just sucked me right in. And I knew that once I seen that I couldn't keep up on the top or on the outside, I was going to have to stay on the bottom and protect the bottom. And I don't like racing that way because it's kind of like over controlling, and the only way you're going to win is if you wreck me. But that's just what you had to do tonight. And Thomas was really fast. We raced side by side for so long that it helped Mike catch up. And Mike's a good guy. I was hoping that he would get P2 there. And I was hoping that me running the protective line on the bottom was going to drag him through. And I don't know what happened. Yeah, I haven't went back and watched it. I don't know if they net coded or hit each other or what, but that's real unfortunate for those two. And yeah, Kenneth, he was on our team this week. He practiced on our sets and stuff, so Kenneth was really fast tonight as well. And short field tonight, but it's split probably halfway through like 30 or so. So it was really good. That was a fun race.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those that we saw action all the way through from front to back. Does this change your calculus on running this for points now this season? You're picking up win number 3 in 4 chances here. Looking 9th in points now, another good strength of field win. You're definitely going to see a bump here once we start to factor in the drop weeks.
You know, I was looking at my schedule, and it looks like I can make every race in October. So I plan to do so if I can. Yeah, it was unfortunate that I started at the back at Homestead, was just going to ride around, and then I got killed lap 2. But after racing the last 3 weeks, really good fields, really good wins, really good points. I think that we could have a shot if my schedule works out.
All right, River, congratulations on the win here tonight once again, and let's make sure we get the sponsor plugs and thank yous in here.
Yeah, definitely want to thank McConey Setup Shop, Tyler, and everybody over at that new refined motorsports that they created. And thank you, Russell Despain, for making the paint, and you guys for making exposure to the series, and especially everybody that runs me clean every week. So, yeah.
All right, River, thank you very much. Looking forward to talking to you more here. Let's get our runner-up in here tonight, Ryan Steele. Ryan, we're going to run back the wreck, quite frankly. What did you see from your perspective when all hell broke loose, right basically between Mike and Thomas, right at the white flag?
Oh, it was almost a kind of inevitable feeling as I was watching Mike and Thomas the last few laps prior. They were both getting over that little knife edge that this car has at this track where you have to balance it with the throttle, enough throttle to be loose enough to not hit the wall, but not so much that you spin out. And when they were racing as hard as they were going past that limit as much as they could. And also when you're doing that, you're going to move around in the lane. And so it was like, yeah, if your guys aren't careful, you're going to connect, make contact with each other. And that's what happened.
Was there ever a thought of, I'm just going to go full send into 3 here and try to get River? I mean, he only had about 3 or 4 car lengths. I don't know that the draft would have made that big of a difference.
No, I was just hoping maybe he might make a mistake, but when is that going to happen? Probably not.
Yeah, that's one of those deals. River doesn't make a ton of them. I tell you what, though, this is really a great points night for you here. Not the season you've been wanting to have, especially after what we saw out of you last season. As we get to more tracks that suit the Silver Crown car, are we getting a little bit more into your wheelhouse schedule-wise?
Well, let me bring up the schedule real quick here. What do we got coming?
Milwaukee, Dover, Hickory, Texas, Wilkesboro, Indy, and then USA. Okay,
so Dover and Indy are 2 of my best tracks in this car. So, yeah, it's getting better, yeah. I have no idea what Hickory is going to be like. It could be good, it could be bad. It's kind of in that mix where I've had some short tracks that I just can't get around, and then there are some that I can do really well at, so I don't know. We'll find out when we get there.
Yeah, I hear you on that one, brother. Hey, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight and a great points night. Let's make sure we get all the plugs and thank yous in.
Well, I got to thank Wayne for making the setup, as always. And I also have to thank Mike McConville for dragging me all the way up to second, because I wouldn't have been able to get there without him. I wasn't as fast in front of him as I was behind him. And also thank you guys for covering this series.
All right, bud. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate the kind words here. Let's bring in our third place finisher here tonight, Mr. Kenneth Gurrell. You were not running third at the white flag, and by the time you got to turn one, you had cleared the mess. Was it total pucker factor Zulu coming down the front straightaway, seeing those cars wrecking?
Yeah, that plus one. I couldn't really control the car. I thought I was going to hit the pink car. I was able to get around him there, and I couldn't believe I got through unscathed there. I was a little scary.
Yeah, this is the first time we've gotten to see you here on the National Racing Network broadcast of the Silver Crown Series. Obviously you put on a show here all night. You were very quick in qualifying. What is it about the silver car that makes somebody want to jump into these things and give them a run?
Well, the first time I ever drove this car was last Saturday for about 2 hours. Tyler Shattuck and I practiced with the car. It felt great. It felt like a gigantic Legends car. And I was real nervous going into my first race with it, and put down that Q lap, and all the butterflies went away and felt real good.
Well, you're getting some love from the Refined Esports team here in the comments. It really was a really fantastic run here and an impressive strength of field. So congratulations on the podium here, and let's make sure we get your sponsor plugs and thank yous in.
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank Refined Motorsports, Tyler Shattuck for building the set, Curtis Critchley for practicing with us. Big, strong guys to work with, great people. Also want to throw a shout out to McConey Setup Shop. Good sets there. Tyler puts some good stuff out there, so make sure you check them out.
All right, Ken. Thank you very much. We appreciate it here, bud. And man alive, once again, the Silver Crowns put on an absolute show here on a Monday night. Checking in the comments here, we mentioned it there in the interview. Refined Esports checking in, saying, you the man, Ken. Big Mac, Mike McConville, I'm going to cry. My car was on rails. That car looked fantastic. And by the way, great pink paint scheme on that car here tonight. A Fight Breast Cancer paint scheme on that one. So thank you very much for running that, Mike. That is appreciated by us here at the National Racing Network. And with that, we are getting out of here because we have a huge week of racing coming up. Tomorrow night, it is the TNT Series, Free V, Bolt, and Shock coming up from 8 to 11 p.m. in the East. Wednesday night, it'll be the High Side Hustle with Burt Wojcik and Adam Rubright. I'm sure they're going to have a couple of guests on, but one of them will be Mike Batts, the promoter of Linda's Speedway, Jonestown, Pennsylvania, the regular Friday night show. Well, we got some big news coming up tomorrow night here for this weekend's 32nd running of the Linda's Speedway National Open. Coming up on Thursday, it is the Grid Rival Ezra IndyCar Series heading off to the Red Bull Ring, as well as the Indy Pro 2000 Championship. Those races will run at 8 and 10:15 in the East. And then we got some big stuff Friday and Saturday. We can't tell you what it is yet, well, because the paperwork's not signed. But you don't want to miss what we have coming up here this weekend on the National Racing Network for sure. With that, we are getting out of here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in here this evening. We really appreciate it. For everybody at the National Racing Network, my name is Chris Graham. It has been a pleasure to have you hanging out with us. We will talk to you all soon. Have a good night, everybody.